Hello friends! Today I'm starting a new challenge where I will train my arms using hand exercises for 30 days. Here's how my arms look at the beginning of the experiment. First, I need to measure the size of my arms before training to track the results after 30 days of using the hand exercises. I tried to measure my arms at their thickest point, and each one came out to be 27 centimeters. Something feels off here, but you will see why soon. I grabbed the hand exercisers I bought for a previous video, cranked the difficulty to the max, and give it a try. Wow, it's really tough. Unfortunately, one of the exercisers doesn't count reps anymore because I broke it. So I had to unbox a new one. Funny enough, when I bought this exerciser, I thought it had 100 kg of resistance, but honestly I don't think that's true. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. The good news is that the new exercisers counter works. Now I can set daily goals and track how many reps I need to do. Time to take some measurements. I set the exerciser to the highest difficulty and started squeezing with full effort. Right away I realized it wouldn't be easy. I barely managed 20 reps with my right hand. My left hand was even harder. It's injured, so I don't plan to push it too hard during the challenge. Still, I managed 12 reps. Next I set the exerciser to medium difficulty and really pumped up my muscles to take measurements after the workout. My arms felt like rocks. Measuring them myself was tricky, but I managed. My right arm measured 32 centimeters, although I realized I'd measured it incorrectly at first since I started the tape from the beginning instead of 0. I'll need to recheck tomorrow. My left arm measured 31 centimeters. And yes, don't forget to like and subscribe. Can we reach 1 million subscribers by the end of the year? The next day I decided to measure the size of my forearms in a relaxed state since I did it incorrectly yesterday. This time each arm measured 30 centimeters. Let's see how these numbers change after 30 days. Today I did a light workout because my muscles were still sore from the previous session. The third day was calm. I didn't push myself too hard and did a light workout to stay in rhythm without overloading. On the fourth day after work I decided to train even though I didn't have much energy left. Since my job required a lot of physical effort with my hands, my muscles were really sore, so I couldn't give my best performance. That's why on the fifth day I decided to take a break to let my arms recover. By the way, I'm filming this challenge again because you enjoyed it last time. However, back then I used various training methods. This time my goal is to see if I can strengthen and grow my muscles using only the hand gripper. The next day I felt a surge of energy and decided to take the hand exerciser with me on my way to work. While driving I worked out my forearm muscles. It turned out to be very convenient. I could squeeze in some training without interrupting my routine. Of course it's better not to do this, or if you do, make sure it's like I did. Just clever editing. In reality I didn't have anything in my hands while driving. It's much safer to combine training with less demanding activities. The next day I forgot to take the hand exerciser to work. However, in the evening, despite feeling tired, I still found the strength to train my forearms at home before bed. On the ninth day I decided to take the workout more challenging. I did 100 squeezes with each hand and medium difficulty level. At first everything went smoothly, but toward the end it got very tough. I could feel my muscles starting to burn. Despite the fatigue, I pushed through and completed the workout. You know, in moments like this it's really hard to keep going. Often you just don't feel like doing anything. But as soon as you start with even one rep, you realize if you don't stop, it'll be truly effective. And even though the workout isn't the hardest, discipline helps overcome any challenge. The 10th day was calm. I worked out while writing the script for this video. As you can see, these workouts can be combined with almost any activity. It's super convenient. The next day I increased the difficulty level on the hand exerciser. On top of that I decided to step up the intensity. I did 50 squeezes per set, totaling 150 reps for each hand. That's 300 squeezes in total. It wasn't easy, but I'm convinced that you need to push beyond your limits if you want to achieve real results. On the 12th day, I decided to start my workout in the morning and did 100 reps. At lunch, I went outside and added another 100. And before bed, I finished the day with one more set of 100 reps. This time, I focused on doing them slowly and as precisely as possible to achieve better results. By the way, if you have experience training your forearms, please share it in the comments. The next day, I started with 100 reps at home as a warm-up. Then, during a walk, I added another 300 reps, setting a new personal record. For my left hand, I set the difficulty a bit lower to avoid pain, while for my right hand I used the level above medium. My arm muscles were completely pumped. In addition, I decided to go for a short run since I hadn't done that in a while. And it felt great, though I ran out of energy afterward. On the 14th day of training, I went for another walk because I really enjoyed this format. This time I doubled the workload and completed 800 reps, breaking my previous record. There was heavy fog, but fortunately it wasn't cold. So I decided to add to my workout. I did some lunges and squats to train my legs as well. The next day I worked out at home before heading out to take care of some errands. Not wasting any time, I brought the hand exerciser with me and knocked out 800 reps on the go. A great way to combine the useful with the necessary. Today was another busy and eventful day, so I trained in between tasks while writing the script and handling other daily chores. Despite the packed schedule, I managed to do 900 reps and set another new record. I think it's time to call the Guinness organization to officially record my achievements. On the 17th day, I almost skipped my workout. In the evening, I was sitting in front of my computer, eating a pomegranate, when it hit me that I hadn't trained yet. I grabbed the hand exercises in both hands and knocked out 800 reps in 4 sets right before bed. I slept well that night because I was so exhausted. The next day my left wrist started to hurt, so I decided to give it a break. I focused all my attention on my right hand, completing 400 reps. Even with limitations, you can still keep going. On the 19th day I started training both hands again, but my left wrist was still sore. To compensate, I increased the difficulty on the hand exerciser for my right hand. It was quite challenging, but I pushed through without lowering the intensity. This issue also came up during my push-up challenge, but I managed to push through it with difficulty and successfully completed the challenge. Unfortunately, I didn't count the number of reps that day because I didn't have the energy or time to keep track. In fact, the next 2 days followed a similar pace. On the 23rd day, I finally decided to head out for a workout in rainy, but not too cold weather. I walked in the rain, training my forearms along the way. I increased the difficulty by a few levels, making it the toughest day so far. My muscles were completely pumped and I barely managed 400 reps. My hands simply couldn't squeeze the exerciser anymore. It was a real challenge. The next day started with a determination to train my forearms, but after the first attempt, I considered giving up. Just kidding. I set a goal to complete 500 reps before going to bed, and surprisingly, I managed to do it. It was extremely tough, especially because the skin on my fingers started to chafe. The difficulty level was high and the friction made it worse, but I pushed through and finished the workout. The next day, I decided that for the final days of the challenge, I would stick to 500 reps per day. But to be honest, after work, it wasn't easy at all. Plus, the skin on my fingers was getting pretty raw, and I didn't want to completely wear it down. So I had to slow my pace a bit. The following day, I stuck to the plan and did my workout. By the way, I saw snow for the first time in years today, and I was beyond excited. Even though it was chilly, it added a special vibe to the day. On the 27th day, I trained as usual but couldn't reach 500 reps. Fatigue really caught up with me and I had to lower the intensity. It was one of those days where my body just begged for rest and I couldn't say no. On the 28th day, I started with a light workout during my lunch break at work while having coffee. It's important not to waste free time and do something productive, even if it's just a small workout. The next day on my day off, I decided to combine business with pleasure. I wrote the script for the video while training my arms. After that, I spent the rest of the day in a store picking out a new phone. By the way, let me know in the comments what phone you have. In the end, I chose one I really liked, though it took me a while to decide. Now I'm hoping the video quality will be significantly better. On the 30th day, I decided to wrap things up and see what had changed over the past month. I recorded everything on my new phone. In a relaxed state, my arm measured 32 centimeters, plus 2 centimeters in 30 days, and my left was 31 centimeters, plus 1 centimeter. Next, I set the hand exerciser to the maximum level and started squeezing it as many times as I could. Right away, I noticed that it was much easier for me compared to the beginning of the challenge, although I think I didn't push myself to the maximum during the process, and the results could have been even better. Still, I managed 45 reps with my right hand. Despite the pain in my left hand, I increased my reps to 21. For me, that's a great result. After that, I set the exerciser to a medium level and worked out my muscles to their limit to take measurements at peak performance. My right arm measured 32.5 centimeters and my left arm measured 31.5 centimeters. The muscle definition was noticeably better, and my arms generally felt and looked bigger. Of course, it's not as big of a transformation as I hoped, but you know, progress isn't just about size. It's also about how you feel your muscles. muscles. Each day the workouts became easier and I realized I was moving in the right direction. If I continue training with these exercises for another month, I think I'll stop feeling its difficulty altogether. Let me know in the comments what do you think of my video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you all soon.